All right, welcome everyone. Today we're diving deep into making money online.
Always an interesting topic.
It really is. And we've got some YouTube videos to unpack today.
Okay.
Two of them are all about using these AI translation tools to, make some cash.
Mhm.
And then another one focusing on how to upload your videos to YouTube the right way.
Right, so you get the most views.
Exactly. Yeah, get
Yeah.
that visibility. You sent these over because you're interested in exploring these kinds of online income opportunities, right?
Yeah, definitely. They seem really promising.
Yeah. Me too, honestly. So let's break it down. What are these YouTubers suggesting, and what do we need to keep in mind if we want to try this ourselves?
Sounds good.
Okay, so first up, AI video translation.
Right.
We've got two YouTubers here, Pronde Conral and David75.
Okay.
And they both talk about how AI can open up these huge new markets for content creators.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that language barrier isn't such a big deal anymore.
Right. It's like the world is your oyster, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, Emprunte Conral, this guy, he actually walks us through like a step-by-step method for
Yeah.
translating and dubbing videos.
Interesting.
And he uses a bunch of tools for this. Google Translate, 11labs.io,
Oh, I've heard of that one.
ChatGPT, and CapCut.
Wow, that's a lot of tools.
Yeah, but he really emphasizes that it's for beginners. So even if you don't have a ton of money or you're not super techy,
Right, you can still do it.
you can totally make this work.
It's great that he makes it accessible like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we have David75, and he focuses on this platform called Rask AI.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's paid, but it basically automates the whole translation and dubbing thing.
Oh, wow. So even easier than the other method.
I know, right? Super user-friendly interface, he says. And he really emphasizes, like, think about it. You've already got content.
Right.
Why not translate it and reach all these new markets?
That makes a lot of sense.
He even mentioned that the market for this stuff is going to be worth like $100 billion by 2028.
Wow, 100 billion, that's insane. What's driving that kind of growth?
I know, right?
Like, why is this market expanding so rapidly?
Well, he talks about a few things. First, e-learning is huge right now.
Right.
And a lot of those platforms, they want to reach people all over the world, right?
Yeah, definitely. Makes sense.
Then you've got businesses. They're realizing how important video marketing is,
Uh-huh.
and they want their content to reach as many potential customers as possible.
So translation is key for that.
It is. Plus, just in general, people are spending more and more time online,
That's true.
which means the demand for high-quality translations is just going up and up.
Makes sense. So how did these guys actually suggest we turn this AI translation into, cold hard cash?
Well, they both talk about three main methods, which is interesting because they're using such different approaches to the translation itself, but they kind of converge on the ways to monetize it.
Interesting. Okay, what are those three methods?
Okay, so the first one is freelancing.
Okay, freelancing.
So offering your translation services on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork.
Oh, right. Yeah, those are popular.
Set your own rates, be your own boss, that kind of thing.
Yeah, a lot of flexibility with freelancing.
Yeah. But you have to market yourself, manage clients.
Right. It's not just about translating. You got to run a business too.
Exactly.
Right.
Then the second method is becoming a Rask AI affiliate.
Okay, affiliate marketing.
You refer new users, you earn commissions.
Passive income, I like it.
Yeah, if you've got a platform, a website, a YouTube channel, whatever, you can promote those links.
Right, so you need an audience for that to really work.
Yeah, that's key.
Okay.
And then the third method is more direct. You actually reach out to YouTubers directly,
Oh, okay.
and
Interesting.
you pitch them your translation services.
So like, hey, I can translate your videos into Spanish or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
David75 even suggests, like, target specific niches. Finance, marketing, those kinds of things where people are really trying to reach a global audience.
And are willing to pay more, probably.
Yeah, exactly. High earning potential.
Right, right. But I bet this method takes a lot of, sales and networking skills.
Probably, yeah. But it could be really lucrative if you find the right clients.
Definitely. So we've got freelancing, affiliate marketing, and direct pitching. Sounds like there are a lot of options here.
Right. It's exciting. But I'm also thinking, like, there's got to be a lot of competition.
For sure. I
I
mean, think
think
about it.
so.
There are already tons of human translators out there.
Right.
Plus, all these new AI tools are popping up left and right.
Yeah, how do you even stand out in that kind of market?
That's a good question. You definitely need to offer something unique and high quality.
Right.
Competitive pricing is important too.
Yeah.
And excellent customer service. You got to make those clients happy.
Makes sense.
And Prone
Wow.
Conral, actually, he gives some really good advice on this.
Oh, yeah. What is he?
Well, he talks about building a portfolio,
Okay.
showcasing your work,
Mhm.
getting testimonials.
Like proof that you're good at what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He even suggests offering like free or discounted services at first,
Interesting.
just to build up your reputation and get those first few clients.
Yeah, that could be a good strategy. It's all about building trust, right?
Definitely.
Mm.
You got to show potential clients that you're reliable and deliver high quality work.
Okay, so before we move on to the YouTube optimization stuff, I want to go back to Emprende Conral's manual translation method.
Sure.
He talks about this four-step process, right?
Yeah. First, he uses Google Translate to get like a rough draft of the translation,
Okay.
but he emphasizes like, don't just rely on Google Translate blindly.
Right, it's a starting point.
Exactly. You got to review it, edit it, make sure it sounds natural.
So you don't get those weird, clunky translations.
Exactly. Then he uses 11labs.io to generate like AI voiceovers.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard mixed things about those AI voices, though.
Yeah, the quality can vary. You got to choose the right voice, fine-tune the settings.
So it doesn't sound like a robot.
Exactly. Then he uses ChatGPT for the subtitles, making sure they're synced up with the audio, all that stuff.
Cool. And then finally, he brings everything together in CapCut.
Ah, for video editing.
Yep. So you've got your translated audio, your subtitles, your original video footage, and you put it all together in CapCut.
Right, so even though it's manual, it seems like he's streamlined the process with all these tools.
Yeah, and they're all pretty accessible tools, too.
Yeah, but it still seems like it would take a good chunk of time.
Oh, for sure. He makes that clear.
Yeah.
This isn't a quick and easy thing. You got to plan it out, be organized.
Right, if you're going to do it manually, you got to be committed.
Definitely.
Okay, so on to YouTube optimization. Let's talk about Joseph Gooding.
All right, let's do it. This guy, he really stresses how important it is to optimize your videos.
Like, no matter what kind of videos you make, right?
Yep. If you want people to actually see your content, you got to optimize.
It's all about the YouTube algorithm.
That mysterious algorithm.
It's like trying to crack the code.
Right. But Joseph Gooding, he breaks it down for us. He explains how it works and how we can use that knowledge to our advantage.
So we can get more views, more subscribers, all that good stuff.
Exactly. So where do we start? What are some of his top tips?
Well, he's big on keywords.
Makes sense.
You got to use them in your video file name, your title, your description.
So the algorithm knows what your video is about.
Exactly. It helps YouTube categorize your video and rank it.
Okay, so keywords are essential.
Definitely. And then he talks about thumbnails.
Right, those little images that people see before they click on your video.
Yeah. He says they're super important. They need to be eye-catching.
And relevant to the video.
Exactly. You got to make people want to click.
That's like the cover of a book.
Exactly. A good thumbnail can make all the difference.
What else does he recommend?
He's a big fan of playlists.
Okay, playlists.
He says they can really boost your watch time.
Oh, right, because people are more likely to watch multiple videos in a row if they're in a playlist.
Exactly. Plus, it makes your channel look more organized and professional.
So it's good for both viewers and the algorithm.
Exactly.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, he talks about this thing that I didn't even know about, marking videos as made for kids.
Oh, right. That can affect your ad revenue, can it?
Yeah, apparently there are stricter rules for videos made for kids.
So if you're targeting a younger audience, you got to be aware of those rules.
Definitely. Otherwise, you could lose out on some serious money.
Okay, good to know. Anything else? I feel like we're just scratching the surface here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more. He talks about using YouTube's features like chapters, end screens, and cards.
Okay, I've heard of those. But what are they exactly?
Chapters break your video up into sections.
Oh, so people can easily find the specific part they're looking for.
Exactly. End screens are like little calls to action at the end of your video.
Okay, like subscribe to my channel or watch my other videos.
Exactly. And then cards, you can use those throughout your video,
Oh, interesting.
like to provide extra info, link to your website, or even promote merch.
Wow, so many options. It sounds like he's really encouraging us to use all the tools YouTube gives us.
He is. He's all about optimizing every aspect of your videos.
But I'm thinking, like, with all these techniques, it's easy to go overboard, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You don't want to be spammy.
Right, you want to enhance the viewing experience, not ruin it.
Exactly. And Joseph Gooding talks about that too. He says, find the right balance.
Okay, good.
Don't stuff your video with keywords just for the algorithm.
Right, that's annoying.
It is. And it can actually hurt your ranking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the algorithm's getting smarter all the time. It can tell when you're trying to game the system.
So the key takeaway is to focus on creating good content first and foremost.
Exactly. That's always the foundation.
Right. If your videos are boring or irrelevant, no amount of optimization is going to help.
Truth.
Okay. Any other key takeaways from Joseph Gooding before we move on?
Let me think. Oh, yeah, he talks about waiting a few hours after you upload your video before you publish it.
Really? Why is that?
He says it gives YouTube's algorithm time to process the video.
Oh, so it can properly categorize it and all that?
Exactly. And he also suggests scheduling your uploads,
Oh, that's interesting.
especially if you're targeting different time zones.
Right. So if you have viewers in Europe, you might want to publish your video in the evening their time.
Exactly. It's all about maximizing your reach.
Makes sense.
So yeah, he really dives deep into the strategy behind YouTube optimization.
It's not just about uploading a video and hoping for the best.
Not at all. It's a whole process.
So we've got AI translation and YouTube optimization, two seemingly separate topics.
Right.
But I'm starting to see how they might actually be connected.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, think about it. What's the point of translating your content into all these different languages if no one can find it?
Good point.
It's like having a treasure chest full of gold but burying it in the middle of the desert.
Right, with no map.
Exactly. You need both the treasure and the map.
I like that analogy.
And these YouTubers, they're giving us both.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Let's break it down in part 2.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back after the break.
Okay.
Stay with us.
Okay, so we've got the treasure, the content we create, and we've got the map, the YouTube optimization to help people find it.
Right. So how do we actually use these things? We've learned about those different paths, like freelancing,
Right.
becoming a Rask AI affiliate, or, pitching directly to YouTubers. What do we actually need to, succeed on each of these paths?
Well, let's start with freelancing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need to be really good at languages.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like actually fluent, not just, I took Spanish in high school, fluent.
Right. Professional level.
Exactly. But, it's not just about the languages themselves. You got to be comfortable with the technical side, too.
So like editing the videos, syncing the audio, adding subtitles.
Yeah, all that stuff. But honestly, it's not rocket science.
Okay, good.
There are so many resources out there. Online courses, tutorials.
Oh, cool. Are they expensive?
A lot of them are free,
Yeah.
actually. Or, really affordable.
That's awesome. So you can kind of learn as you go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, freelancing, it's not just translating.
Right.
It's running a business.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah, you got to market yourself, manage clients, send invoices,
All that fun stuff.
keep track of your income and expenses for taxes.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot to handle.
It can be,
Mm.
but there are tools and platforms that can help.
Oh, good. Like what?
Well, there are platforms specifically designed for freelancers.
Okay.
They can help with invoicing, project management.
Oh, that's handy.
Some even help you find clients.
Wow. Okay. So it's like a whole ecosystem.
It is. And there are tons of online communities and forums where freelancers connect and share advice.
Oh, that's great. So you don't have to figure it all out on your own.
Exactly. There is a
Yeah.
lot of support out there.
Okay. So freelancing, it's not just about the languages. It's about being a business owner, too.
Right. It takes
Sure.
organization, self-motivation.
Right. Right. What about the Rask AI affiliate path? What should we consider there?
Well, with affiliate marketing, the key is having an audience.
Yeah, that makes sense. You need people to see those affiliate links.
Exactly. And for Rask AI specifically, your audience would be content creators.
Right. People who need translation service.
Well, how do you reach those creators? Well, you could build your own platform.
Like start a YouTube channel or something.
Yeah. Or create a blog, a website, anything like that.
Okay.
You can focus on video creation tips, translation strategies, reviews of different AI tools.
So basically position yourself as an expert in that world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That way, when you recommend Rask AI, people will trust your opinion.
Right. It's not just some random ad popping up.
Exactly. But remember, building a platform takes time and effort.
Yeah. You got to be consistent. Create good content.
And be transparent about your affiliate relationships.
What do you mean by that?
Well, don't try to hide the fact that you're earning a commission.
Oh.
Be upfront about it. But, focus on providing value to your audience.
So they know you're not just trying to make a quick buck.
Exactly. It's about building trust and authenticity.
Makes sense?
Okay, so we've covered freelancing and affiliate marketing. What about the third option? Reaching out to YouTubers directly.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Any tips for someone who wants to try that approach?
Well, first of all, be strategic. Don't just spam everyone.
Right.
Do your research. Find creators whose content aligns with your skills and interests.
Okay, so if I'm passionate about gaming, I should target gaming YouTubers.
Exactly. Or if you're a finance whiz, focus on YouTubers in that niche.
Right, it's about finding the right fit.
And then, when you reach out, personalize your message.
Okay, so no generic copy and paste emails.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Tell them why you admire their work.
Okay.
Explain why you think your translation services would be a good fit.
So like tailor it to their specific content.
Exactly. And don't forget to include a link to your portfolio or website.
Right, so they can see what you're capable of.
And mention the benefits of reaching a wider audience through translation.
It's like you're not just selling your services, you're selling the value those services provide.
Exactly. But, be prepared for rejection.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Not every YouTuber is going to be interested.
Right, right. It's a numbers game to some extent.
It is. You got to keep putting yourself out there.
Okay, so we've talked about freelancing, affiliate marketing, direct pitching.
Uh-huh.
Are those our only options? Can we combine them?
Of course. In fact, I think combining them is a really smart strategy.
Oh, interesting. How would that work?
Well, you could offer translation services on Fiverr,
Okay.
become a Rask AI affiliate, and also reach out to YouTubers directly.
Wow. Okay. So you're diversifying your income streams.
Exactly.
And
You're
I-
not putting all your eggs in one basket.
That's a good point. But with so many options, it can feel overwhelming.
Yeah, I get that. It's a lot to process.
How do we even know which path is right for us?
Well, that's a question only you can answer. Think about your skills, your resources, your preferences.
Okay.
What do you enjoy doing? What are you good at? What are your goals?
So it's about self-reflection, really understanding what you want.
Exactly. There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
And it's okay to experiment, try different things.
Absolutely. You might find that one path works better for you than another.
Or maybe you'll end up combining them, like you said.
Exactly. And remember, it's a journey.
Right, not a race.
You're going to learn and grow along the way.
You might make mistakes, but that's okay.
Yeah. That's how you learn.
The important thing is to keep moving forward.
I love that. All right. So where do we go from here?
Well, we've explored the potential of AI video translation.
Uh-huh.
We've learned a ton about YouTube optimization.
And we've discussed the different paths we could take to, make money online.
But there's still so much to unpack.
Oh, yeah, this is just the beginning.
In part 3, we'll dive even deeper.
Okay, right.
We'll explore the broader implications of these trends and what they mean for the future of work and content creation.
This is getting really interesting.
It is. It's like we're on the edge of something big.
I can't wait to see where this goes.
Me neither. Stay with us. Okay, so we've looked at AI translation and YouTube optimization and how we can, potentially make money from those.
Right, using those skills.
Yeah. But it's got me thinking, like, what does all this mean for the future?
The big picture.
Yeah. Like for work?
Yeah.
For content creation in general? What do you think?
Well, things are changing so fast.
I know, right?
It's like we're seeing this whole new world emerging.
Yeah, where anyone can create content
And reach a global audience.
and potentially make a living from it.
It's pretty amazing when you think about
It
it.
is. Like the old barriers are breaking down. You don't need a fancy studio.
Right.
A big budget, a whole team of people.
It's all about the individual now.
Yeah, anyone with a laptop and an internet connection can create something awesome.
Exactly. And I think that has huge implications for traditional industries.
Like how so?
Well, think about education.
Okay.
Language is no longer a barrier to learning,
Right. You can take courses from experts anywhere in the world.
and they can be translated into your language.
It's like the power of Babel, but in reverse.
I like that. Instead of confusion, we have connection.
Yeah. And it's not just about translating words, it's about translating culture, humor.
Right. Those nuances are so important.
Yeah, you want the content to feel authentic no matter what language it's in.
And that's where AI is getting really good.
Like, those AI voices are getting more and more realistic.
I know, right? It's kind of mind-blowing.
But even with great translations, you still need people to find your content.
And that's where YouTube optimization comes in.
Exactly. So it's like a two-pronged approach.
You got to have both.
Okay, so it's all exciting and promising, but are there any downsides?
Well, some people are worried about jobs.
Like AI taking over human jobs?
Yeah. Translators, for example.
Right. They might face more competition.
But I also think AI will create new jobs.
Like people who develop and maintain AI tools.
Right.
And people who teach others how to use those tools.
Exactly. It's a shift, not just a replacement.
So the key is to adapt.
To learn new skills.
Yeah. Embrace the change. Don't fear it.
That's the spirit. And I think this also changes what it means to be a content creator.
How so?
You can't just be creative anymore.
Okay.
You got to be a savvy entrepreneur, too.
Like, you got to understand marketing, data analytics.
You got to know how to use these new tools.
But you also have to stay true to your vision, right?
Of course, it's a balancing act.
So exciting times, but also challenging times.
Definitely. The competition is fierce.
You got to constantly be learning, adapting.
Experimenting with new technologies and formats.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with.
But that's why these YouTube videos are so helpful.
Right, they give us those practical insights.
The strategies we need to succeed.
It's like having a mentor in your pocket.
I love that. And I think all of this has implications for traditional businesses, too.
Like, how so?
Well, they can't just rely on old ways of doing things anymore.
Right, they got to adapt to this new online world.
They got to create content, engage with audiences online.
Use AI to their advantage.
And yeah, some traditional jobs might disappear.
But new ones will emerge.
It's disruption, but it's also opportunity.
So what does all this mean for our listener?
It means the future is wide open.
There are so many possibilities.
If you're creative, if you're willing to learn,
You can achieve amazing things.
the tools are there, the audience is waiting,
It's up to you to take that first step.
and create something incredible.
I think that's a great note to end on.
Yeah, I like it.
We've explored AI translation, YouTube optimization,
Different ways to make money online.
the future of work, the future of content creation.
It's a lot to think about.
But it's exciting stuff.
It really is.
So thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was fun.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep creating.
And keep diving deep.
We'll see you then.